Secretary of State is sounding the alarm, saying federal cuts are creating uncertainty around election security.
Murrow News fellow Albert James shows us what the secretary says is at risk and how the state's multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall only complicates the situation more.
This is not good for our state or for any of the states.
Steve Hobbs says he and his Democratic and Republican counterparts across the country are concerned about cuts to services and programs for elections management. Elections staff say that support is crucial to helping state and local officials track and respond to threats against the voting process.
The Vancouver Dropbox incident, they also helped election offices across the country with bomb threats on election day. The many white powder incidents that we've seen both in Washington state and across the country, and also debunking fabricated videos from Russian influence actors.
The Secretary of State's office says they've seen firings of federal cybersecurity advisors, defunding of information partnerships between local, federal, and private sector groups, and canceled briefings on election security. While some federal supports haven't been cut, officials say what's being done is creating uncertainty and confusion about what changes could come next, what exact impacts that would have, and what could be done locally in response.
No Secretary of State's office is going to be equipped to gather information and intelligence at a national or global scale on the threat vectors that exist that we have to be prepared for and combat against.
The uncertainty of federal support comes at a bad time for the Secretary of State's office, as the Secretary says he's at risk of losing funding for staff that could fill federal gaps because of the state's multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall.
You all, if you are in a fiscal committee, to please fund these programs so that we can at least defend it on our end, even though we'll be very squeezed to do so.
Republicans asked if the federal government's work was geared towards streamlining processes rather than cutting them outright. But Hobbs says it's just too unclear what the government is looking to do with the support programs, and attacks on government cyber infrastructure will only benefit from opportunities of confusion. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.